Hello everybody and welcome to Nat One. Jeez Louise, it's the bitterest end. Hopefully we're going to get this Motherhorn sorted ASAP. Last we left off, well, we were just continuing this huge, ginormous combat, to be honest. And, well, I can tell you now, Bavlona's dead. Archie got the kill. Enderlin's dead. Holland got the kill. And currently, just to be transparent, we've got Gleam, who killed Skylar, by the way. Nice one, Gleam. Gleam's on 1 health point. I keep forgetting to put the water thing on her, because she did the water thing. She's on, like, round 5 of the water thing, I guess. She's on 1 health point. Octavia, 1 health point. Ooglay's down. Flamehoof is dead.
No.
Archie's down. And Flopsy's down. And, well, the last thing that happened was Scabatha used a little Hail Mary called Rewrite... Rewrite History? Causing Holland to briefly believe that... causing Holland to believe that she was actually, in fact, Granny Vexair, his very own grandmother. I can tell you right now that since we did a little intelligence save, and Holland is beginning to snap out of that. Not before he did place Scabatha down on the ground with the Cloak of Invisibility, which has shrunk to her size. But to be clear, the hood is not up, and therefore she's not invisible.
To being so transparent.
I'll be so extremely transparent with you, even though Scabatha Nightshade is currently not transparent. However, there are some things that still are left unchecked. The first one being that now Scabatha's in dire straits. She's calling out for the 2 remaining red caps that were in a room that you didn't even fucking go in or didn't even come out of. And that's what's going to happen. So, we're going back to where we are. Back to where we were. Here we go. Jeez Louise. So, out of this curtain at the top staircase sprints out a red cap. He's gonna come sprinting out his full speed right in front of Holland. Here he comes sprinting out. He's used a dash as his action, and he can't do much else, but there he stands. Up next is Al. Al, up here. Al, the knight. Now that Skylar's dead, is no longer in with his hypnotic bullshit. Al can probably do something. Let's see what Al actually can do, considering there's a block of darkness in front of him. He can't really see much. But if he comes round here, jumps up onto this these staircases, which I've been very liberal about the climbing on, he looks down and sees Flopsy's body right here on the ground. Flopsy, who's got 1 point to death and 1 point to life, is going to rush on down like the gallant knight that he is, hopefully with enough speed. Let me see how much speed he's got. He can make it just there. He's going to rush on down. He's going to look around, all frightened and nervous. He does have a scimitar in his hand, and he's looking around the battlefield to see who's left to kill, if there's anyone at all. He does see this red cap here, can't make it there in time, but he does also see a green dragon. That's correct. In his hazy fucking mind fuckedness, he sees a very large green dragon over there next to Octavia. But he don't have time for that because he's in front of Flopsy. He's going to make a medicine check to stabilise Flopsy. Let's see if Al's time as a Saltmarsh Guard has given him the first aid skills that we need. That's a Nat One.
Fucking hell, Al.
There's no Al can do. Meanwhile, on the dying body of Archie, who's currently down and therefore no longer grappling at anything, pops out a little doll. A little doll that's been on Archie's person this whole time. Pincushion. And she just leaps forward ignoring... Well, she didn't even have to ignore the attack of opportunity from this bullywug, because she's stood right next to it still. Well, she actually is going to take that up attack as she comes running round towards Holland. Let's have a look
carrying
here.
her around.
Yeah. Oh no, wait, she's not running towards Holland. She's fucking running towards Felix. Yeah, you had her on your person from the beginning. Because you like grabbed her with your hand over her mouth and like grappled her into your like pocket or something. Now that you're down, she can escape. She's going to take the up attack from the Bullywug Knight, which is going to miss with a 10. She's got an 11 AC, being transparent. She runs all over, screaming her head off to Felix with her claws. Like, no, well, she doesn't have claws, she's got like grabby hands outstretched. And she's going to try and jump out and grab him. That's a Nat One.
Brilliant.
Yeah, she's just like pawing at you, and as she's like screeching her head off, like she's literally like well, I don't even know what she's doing. She's like screaming incoherently, and she's going to let off. Let's have a look here. I'm gonna get her there because that's where it's best for her to be. She's gonna let off a scream called the cackle, and she's like laughing and screaming and like pulling her hands everywhere. Can Felix, Holland, several Bullywug Knights, and this dog make me wisdom saving throws, please? Okay.
How the hell do I do it with the dog?
It's gonna just be a wisdom.
Yeah.
If they don't have the saving throw. This Bullywug Knight is gonna make the save. Oh shit, it's 2 creatures, fuck that, it's just you and Holland, screw it, fuck the rest. Yeah, it's 2 creatures. On a fail, Felix, you're gonna take 2d4, so that's 8 psychic damage, and you're incapacitated for 1 minute. In other words, you can't take actions. So let me just have a look at incapacitated. You can't move or speak, you're unaware of your surroundings, I think. Where is it? Oh yeah, you can't. Sorry, you're not unaware of your surroundings. You can't take actions or reactions. You can make that save again at the end of each of your turns. But basically, Felix, as this thing comes running over you, trying to like grab at you, and obviously cackling with this manic laughter as this crazed doll just comes at you. You just think this is the most hilarious thing in the whole wide world, and you're going to be overcome by fits of laughter. So that's what Felix is doing. So yeah, you're incapacitated. Holland, you succeed the wisdom saving throw, therefore nothing happens, nor do you take any damage. Alright. It's this Bullywug Knight. He's seen Al come up to try and help. Oh, sorry. He's seen Al come up to try and help Flopsy. He realises that he's not needed for this wisdom save. For this medicine check. And he's going to go down here. And he's going to attempt to stab Scabatha. Oh! He hits her. She's resistant to his damage. Oof. She's screaming out. She's screaming, "Oh, Holland, my poor grandchild! Help me! I'm dying!" And, hearing that she's dying, this Corrid... Can he get... Yeah, he can get round. This Corrid's gonna come round. Oh, shit! Sorry, excuse me. as she gets hit, she does have a reaction. And this reaction... It's called Shrink Away, but I've renamed it to Skedaddle because it's just better. It makes me feel like she's skedaddling. Diddle-a-diddle-a-doo. So really tiny, she can move up to 20 feet without provoking opportunity attacks. So she's going to skedaddle. And where's she going to skedaddle to? Let's have a look. Without provoking an opportunity attack. She's going to skedaddle. Just right there. Well, at least she's going to skedaddle there. I need to make sure I'm doing everything perfectly. She's going to skedaddle there. I do believe. There we go. Now it's this Corrid. And this Corrid, well, tell you now for price of fish. He sees her, skedaddling. He's going to chase after her. And get right up to this bitch. And he's going to attempt to Great Club her. Oof. She's looking fucked up. And I mean... majorly fucked. Like, to a point where it's like, shit, who's gonna even get this?
Jeez, the sniper.
I think... I think this Corrid's going to do a medicine check on Flopsy. Let's see. Where's my checks? Oh yeah, check. That's a 12. So Flopsy is currently stable. No health points though. Just no longer dying. This sniper over here sees Scabatha in his sights. And he's like, oh, now's my chance. Ooh. Fuck me. She takes obviously half that damage. And she's barely hanging on by a thread. Meanwhile, from deep below the depths, there's one animated object that's still alive. And it's the Elf King's statue. And it's gonna run up these stairs. Seeing this Harengon on the stairs, is just gonna slam straight into it. Kills him. Just dead on the stairs. And keeps on running through. You can get to there. Jeez Louise. Okay. This Corrid can make it to Scabatha. Maybe he'll be the one. Maybe he'll be the hero. To kill our Scabby. Let's see, let's see, let's see. Where the fuck is the... Ah. There he is. Okay. So Nat 20. And... Holland. You just see these two Corrids with the great clubs just absolutely battering Scabatha into smithereens. Like, into little... like, what's the word? Fucking... like, splinters on the ground. Let me see. Okay. She's gasping. And you hear the sort of rattled voice sort of come to an end. This Darkling's gonna sprint out of here, not knowing what the fuck's going on. But I'm gonna do a D8 roll for Scabatha. And yeah, I think at this point, her body sort of like, okay, so like her body like sort of enlarges to a normal size, and you see like all of the sort of what looks to be like made out of like wood and like joints and all that kind of stuff just sort of splinter away, like revealing like fucking bones and shit underneath. Like all of it's just peeling off her face, and she's just like melting onto the ground, screaming as it like runs up her legs and her arms, and it like hits her throat and like consumes her face as like it all just flakes apart, revealing her skull underneath, and she just drops fucking dead. This guy's like freaking out, looking around. This Darkling seems to be concerned that he doesn't seem to have done his job properly, and as a sort of last ditch effort, the only person near here who's helpful is this fucking bullywug. As a last ditch effort, he's just gonna whiz a fucking oh no, he can't, he's an elder, he's only got scimitars. He ain't got a thing. This knight here can run down to this fucking little doll. Give her a bit of a choosh. Ah, that's well shit damage. He hits for a great amount, but that's shit damage. This bullywug here is gonna climb up all these bodies, balancing on Flamehoof there and try and hit this redcap. Misses. He does have 2 hits with that. Oosh. That's not so bad. He's chipping away, this card here, can't see any other danger except this red cap, so he's gonna come over to this red cap. Give him a smack. Oof, that's a Nat One. Oh, the second one hits. Oh god, that's a lot of damage. See, these cards are great. Scabatha is no more. She's just dead on the ground right there. Bones and all. This Corrid looks out. He's wondering where the other redcaps have come from, and he's going to rush his way over to the bottom of these stairs just to sort of protect everybody. This sniper guy, he's going to try and shoot that redcap in front of Holland. Hits. Nice, that's a good shot. Agden is going to spend his entire turn just sobbing over Jebek's body, just like holding her. Gleam is going to like slowly like walk herself like through this area. She doesn't have any more of her moon abilities anymore, but she's just like slowly coming towards like everybody. She did throw a dagger, so she doesn't have that she doesn't have like a multitude of them inside of like a fucking cloaks like the Darklings. So she's kind of just gonna like put a hand on like Agden as he's crying and try and make him feel a bit better. Where's this red cap? This guy, where are you? Where are you, little shit? Oh, he's there. Yeah, he can just jump straight out of this window, to be honest, and land straight here. He's going to take 4d6 bludgeoning damage as he falls. Oh no, the red caps have quite a lot of health. He jumps down there. And that's 10. He can't make it to Felix. He can only make it here. This guy. Well, this guy right here is facing off against this Bullywug Knight. He's gonna sickle. And only... Whoa, well, actually, none of them are gonna hit. Jeez. There's a hefty little duel going on the stairs. Octavia, though. Octavia stands in front of Hallie. She's looking around what she needs to shoot first. And she sees the red cap coming for Felix. She's going to try and shoot the red cap. Oh, that's a hit. Oh, that's nice. Yep, the first one hits. Second. Nah, nice. That's a dirty 20. Yeah, literally, Felix, as you see this red cap just angrily, like, marching towards you, just 2 arrows just fly straight past your head, like, directly into him, as Octavia's just, like, breathing heavy, like, she's fucking knackered. Hurley's like, don't worry, I'll try and help! And he's fucking useless, because he can't actually do anything but get up to you, I guess. So he's gonna get up to you. Yeah. He picks up a prop javelin on the way and just whizzes it. And it goes flying straight past the red cap. Bless him.
Meanwhile, Felix is just laughing on the floor.
Felix is just pissing himself the whole time. Everything's hilarious. This guy, Snuffles the Sniper, is going to try and get that red cap next to Holland. That's a Nat One, again, just arrows flying left, right and centre. Ooglay makes a death save. That's a fail. There we go. Felix, you're incapacitated. Please make me the wisdom saving throw. See if you can have a turn next time. And that's a fail.
Fuck my life.
Fucking hell. But it's alright, because your death dogs are still okay.
Yeah.
What can your dogs do?
I think my death dog's more concerned about this red cap than it is this doll. So, it's gonna wander up over to that guy.
Hey.
And bye. As always.
My goodness. The first one will hit for 8 piercing damage, and he needs to make a Constitution saving throw, or he'll be diseased. So let's have that. That's a 15, so that's probably a success. Yeah, what is your DC? Save DC? Say
It's 12. It's 12 for the dog, yeah.
For the dog? Oh. Oh yeah, fucking hell, it says it right there.
You mean, yeah.
Duh. But yeah, he's not poisoned by a dog. But Floppers. You're down, you're incapacitated.
Floppers is alive but can't do much, but just as he had the medicine check done on him and everyone's helping him out, through the telepathic thing, as if playing on a radio in a different room, you can hear a very faint sunshine, lollipops and rainbows, and that's all Flopsy's doing while he's sleeping.
Flamehoof is dead. This Corrid is gonna Let's have a look here. Run down here. And he can actually make it to the opposite side, give himself advantage. Smack this bitch. Absolutely obliterate this red cap. There is another one coming out of here. Running down here. If you will. He's actually going to run up to his 25-foot speed and try and knock this fucking sniper out. As he comes running out the door. And he uses Iron Boots. Not Iron Boots. Ironbound Pursuit. So it moves up to its speed, kicks him with his Iron Boots, and he needs to make a Dex saving throw. Succeeds. So he doesn't take anything actually, he just dodges out of the way. Red cap, pointless bastard. Bullywug Knight. He can probably make it up there actually, let's have a look. No. He could make it to... Ooh, he can make it to here and get the doll. There we go. Yeah, he fucking hits her. Not a lot of slashing on that though. Archie, make a death save.
Yeah, Archie's like
Wait,
dreaming of...
you're extremely quiet.
Hi, can you hear me better?
A little.
Okay, well, Archie's like dreaming of, well, I say dreaming, like fitfully trying not to die. Thinking of Holland, all of the memories they've had together, and the first memory is the time at the the time at the pool of, that pool in, no, hold on a minute, when was it? Oh yeah, in Hither and That Tree. That's what Archie's thinking of. So God, I ruined that moment.
Alright, that's one point to life. Holland.
Yes, hello, it is me, Holland. This is my normal voice.
Hey.
Holland's gonna be like, oh shit, what have I done? She would have remembered how we first met. Can I say the same for her? And then I'm gonna dive across to Archie. Literally dive across the floor. Land at her side.
Dive through a corridor.
Yeah. I just get a free Misty Step just to go through him.
Sure.
Land at your side. Clutch your shoulder, turn your head towards me. Oh, Archie, I'm so sorry. Can you ever forgive me? With 10 points of lay on hands.
Nice.
Yeah, Archie wakes up. Holland?
I'm sorry, it Scabby made me.
I pull Holland into a hug and I say, it's okay. I get it. You know, it's not your fault.
Sorry.
You don't have to apologize. I mean, you wouldn't be doing it if there wasn't like some sort of spell cast on you, right?
Right. No, I'm kidding. I wouldn't. I really wouldn't.
Well, okay. I choose to believe.
Okay, I gotta save Ooglay, so I will do that on my next turn.
Okay. Let's just sit here for a bit.
Move over to Ooglay, ready for my next turn.
Alright. Ooglay's up on the stairs, by the way. So you need to get around to
I
him.
will move around to Ooglay.
Wait, okay, so you're using your Misty Step from here to there. Wait.
Hang on.
What are you
Why
doing?
do I need to Misty Step?
I thought you said you used a Misty Step.
Oh,
No, sorry, that was a joke.
Oh, right, okay, right. So you're coming up here, what's it, 40? You can get well, and there's people in the way, so like you can't just like get out of the way of them. You can get like here, I guess.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. And then you don't take the up attack from. Oh no, you wouldn't have done anyway. But yeah, okay.
Cool.
Yeah, these guys are like fighting. These two, this bullywug and this red cap are just like fighting on the stairs. That red cap's dead. Owl's like trying to wake Flopsy up. And where like Scabatha's body is, she's left a pile of potions. And some of them are weird colours, like one of them's like a weird like gloopy honey colour, one of them's like a black sort of tar, one of them looks like just straight whiskey, one of them looks like well, it's empty, it's been smashed, so that's not one of them. One of them looks like a blue sort of swirly colour, one of them looks like a sort of grey ghost colour, but two of them look like potions of healing. So he's gonna run over.
Look like?
Yeah. He's gonna run over. And he looks at them both. And they both look extremely convincing. That they look both like potions of superior healing, in fact. But he can't tell. Sorry, there's a little thing about them that like makes one seem a little bit different to the other. And he can't tell which one is the correct one. There is actually a roll for this. He's going to look at them both. It's an intelligence check. So he's going to do that.
One's a person of instant murder, assuming that your name is Flopsy.
So it's an intelligence check. He
I can't believe that Al is actually going to be the one that kills me.
looks between them two. And then settles on one, nods his head. And he's gonna... Oh wait, has he got 40 feet? It's a 9, he should have. 30 feet now. He's gonna bring it back.
He's gonna save you, Flopsy.
Here.
Not just like, doesn't it have like a long arm? The long arm of the law, with him being like a guard.
You know them guards and their 10 feet arms?
Does it have like a spear maybe that you can use to
Unfortunately not. He could give it to one of the nearby corridors oh wow, what a great time for my start to kick in. To administer. But I'm just gonna roll this d6 to see if the shriek gets back again, and it doesn't. But she... Oh well, she's gonna try and grab at Felix again, with her grabby hands. That's a 17 to hit you. 17 to hit you, Felix. What's your AC?
It's 16.
Bloody Nora! That means you're going to take 10 psychic damage, and you're also grappled by this bitch. So she's grabbed hold of you, and she's looking into your eyes with like a big horrible beady fucking doll eyes, and she's just like... She's like quite small. She's like classed as small. But yeah, she's grabbing you. Like she's like
really do be getting grappled by a little doll.
Literally, she's like jumped up onto your like lapels and she's like holding on to you. You're just like ah. But yeah, she's fucking scary. She's a scary little bitch. This bullywug knight is gonna go bloop, 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 take the potion off of off of Al, bloop, 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 and just dunk it into Flopsy's mouth. Flopsy.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to heal 25 points,
Hey.
and you are now back up. And as soon as your eyes open, when they open, after you want to do whatever narrations you do, you obviously see this absolutely fucking mindless bullywug just like sticking this thing in your gob. But then you look over at Al, and he's got like sort of blonde floppy night hair, and he's looking at you, and he's legit looking concerned to make sure that he chose the right thing. But then with the other one in his hand, like he looks at it and he just smashes it down on the ground as sort of like a little reaction to realising that the other one is definitely something wrong with it.
Was it not? Did he not give Flopsy the potion of murder?
No, he rolled a 13 on his intelligence check and the DC was 12.
I was
So
looking forward to that.
No, you got lucky.
Looking forward to Flopsy dying.
This Corrid sees there's some trouble afoot. 5, 10, oops, 15, 20. He's going to try and smack this red cap. Beep, boop. Oh my god, that's a lot of damage. It's beating him to death. Well, not quite to death. This Corrid, goodness me. This Corrid sees it's busy on the stairs over there. There's some shit going down with that fucking doll, but like you can't make it there in time, I guess. I think he could probably yeah. He's just gonna dash his way down there. Like squeeze himself in here. Sniper. Where's Cheese? Cheese is there. Cheese. You're gonna give us a cheese shot here for this.
Our favourite character. See,
she is absolutely like 3/4 cover right now by having these 3 creatures around her, and she's attached to Felix. So he's gonna... Oh no, it'll be half cover. He's gonna try and get her from there. Come on, Cheese. Not quite, no. It's like trying too hard to not accidentally like stab Felix. This statue comes rambling down. Here he is. Do. He's gonna get to. Oh, he's gonna get to about here. He's gonna see Flopsy waking up. He's gonna get to about here. And what can he do? He can't do shit like ranged. He can just wait. He can wait. He can hold his action, and he can wait menacingly. This Corrid is gonna run up these stairs after this red cap. These Corrids are fucking well OP. Yeah, murderises him straight away. Just bang bang. Great club straight into the ground. This Darkling here sees you, Holland. Huh. And he's like staring at you with his dark eyes from beneath his hood. Like just this horrible look on his face of like he's seen some shit as well as this Darkling. You'd notice. You'd know that. Nat One. It doesn't even matter anyway.
Scabbers die.
Remember that?
Like dark secret.
Oh no, he's you don't know what he's been up to, but when you reach the room, I'll tell you. Okay. Oh shit! Wait, 40. 100. Ooh. Holland, you bam, whoosh! Just directly to the front door of Motherhorn. Just woof, right there, you're at the front door. Loving life, as you do. Front door in it.
Looks like Oogly's doomed.
And that was the Darkling's first attack, with his second is going to hit this bullywug.
Good.
That's 20. Ooh. That's pretty bad. This bullywug's looking like shit.
Mr. Bullywug.
This bullywug here, meanwhile, is going to try and hurt this doll. No longer does she have... Ooh, that's nice. She no longer has what's the word? Fucking cover, because obviously she's right there in front of him, and he's got another fucking glaive up his sleeve. He just absolutely obliterates her into little smithereens, and Felix, you are immediately released from all this shit. Like, just all of it. Like, you're not being held, you're not being incapacitated anymore. All of her magic that she had on you, as soon as she dies, like, you just don't find it funny anymore. You're just like, oh, you know what I mean? Like, that was it. It was just that little doll doing that to me. You kind of might feel even a bit stupid. This Bullywug Knight's trying his fucking best on the stairs with this red cap. Let's see here. Oh, that's nice. We're getting some good hits here. We're getting some good hits. The second one actually hits as well, which is nice. There we go. Corrids, Jesus Christ. Right, that red cap's dead. This Corrid, he can make it over these bodies. No, he can't. Oh, yeah, he can. He can make it up to this Darkling Elder. Run up there to the Darkling Elder. Give him a bit of a smack. Ooh. Both hit. Yeah. Straight away dies, and obviously he's gonna have a sexy little death burn. Con saves from Bullywug Knight, Corrid. Is it? Oh, it's 10 foot ready. So Archie, you're out of this. So it's just these guys, really. Corrid, let's make it a little save. Con. That's a success. Bullywug. Success. Fantastic. They take half as much as of the 2d6 radiant though. As it explodes in a ball of light. Poosh! These two are going to take 3 radiant each. Oh, what a shame. Oh, unfortunately this Bullywug is going to die. And that Corrid can't make any difference because that's quite crammed on the stairs. So I guess he's gonna... let's see. He's just gonna make his way down this way. Sniper. John. Oh, this red cap's dead as well. What's even still alive? This thing, Sniper John is gonna try and hurt the fucking statue. That's a hit. Ooh. Nice shot. The Elf King's statue just sort of like a weird Frankenstein that's coming towards you, Flopsy, just like gets hit with an arrow in its head, but it keeps like advancing on you. I'm not having Agden do anything right now because he's mourning. Gleam sort of like looks around. She sees... Oh, she can actually... Oh no, she can't regenerate because she's not next to her sister. So she can't do that. Okay. She's gonna like sort of run down to Octavia and sort of grab hold of her, like hold her arm, like link arms with her, and try and like just bring her closer. So she's gonna use yeah, she's gonna just willingly take Octavia here, I guess. And just walk with her towards like Archie. These guys have got all this sorted. It's just this fucking red cap. Oh, it's 2 red caps. Yeah. It's this red cap here in front of these dogs. Ooh, he's gonna smack the dog. Oh yeah, that's not killed the dog. That's 8 and 6. So 8 slashing, 6 poison on the dog. And another 9 and 3. So let me get my calculator out. So 8 and 6, 9 and 3. 26 on the dog. Nice. This guy is going to attempt to kill this Corrid that's right in front of him. That's a Nat 20. It's a lot of maths. Corrid's still not down. Corrid's have well too much health. Octavia. She's just like blinking, like she's got like blood like in her mouth and her eyes and shit, you know what I mean? Like it's all, everything, they're both extremely fucked up. And Octavia's looking around and she's like, where's Archie? And Gleam's like, I'm not sure, I can't see anyone.
Over here.
And she like looks through the crowd and she's like, oh thank God, and she's just gonna like fucking balls to the wall, just run at you.
I've got my arms wide open.
She's gonna just use her full action to just sprint directly up to you.
Right into my arms.
Oh yeah, she just falls in. As soon as she like makes contact with your body, she immediately just like falls into you as though like she's been waiting to drop this whole time. Like she's been like pushing and pushing and pushing, but that 1 health is just like she's fucking like a tooth that's dangling by a gum.
Is she on 1
You know what I mean? She's on 1 health, yeah. Her and Gleam both are.
Octavia!
Literally.
Gleam!
Cheers for the follow, Wilson. But yeah, so she's like falling into your arms, like absolutely exhausted, like breathing so heavy. Like her eyes are closing a little. Hallie sees this red cap trying to beat up your dogs and he's like, don't worry, I'll fix this. And he runs up to the red cap. He's got a morning star. Oh! Oh! Oh, bloody hell! Hallie just clonks the red cap on the head, and the red cap's ah! And it dies. It only bloody dies. Hallie got something. Oh, bless him. And we've got bloody Snuffles over here. Now, Snuffles is a sniper, so he needs to like get back a little bit because this fucking statue's looking menacing. Ah, that's a miss. Oogler's death save. Here we go. Jeez. Archie, as you and Octavia are sort of like holding each other, you hear just sort of like growling noises, rustling noises. As
I'm sure that's nothing. Wait, no, is that Oogler?
Confused growling noises. Yeah.
Oh. Is Oogler alive?
Are you looking at the screen?
Sorry, I literally was planning my next turn.
Yeah. Oogler rolled in Nat 20 for his death save, so he's like stumbling and awake. He's on 1 health, just like every fucker else. Alright, Felix, it's you. As far as you're concerned, the only thing that's bothering anyone right now is this red cap here. There's a statue here. There's and I think that's it. I'm not gonna lie to you. Well, let me just check. There's not much else going on. Pincushion's dead. It's the Elf King statue.
Yeah.
And these fucking this red cap. That's it.
Well, let me tell you, I'm panicking. I'm gonna lose my job because roll 20's just shut down on me right before my turn.
Oh, bloody Nora! What were you gonna do?
Bloody Nora.
I can't do anything without obliterating everyone else, really, other than call lightning, I suppose. But hang on, I'm like loading back in now.
Well, your call lightning is still active over that area. Remember?
I thought that was Enderlin's. That's not mine.
Oh no! Wait. Oh, yours went anyway because you got fucking. You should have got. Yeah. It should have gone anyway. Yeah. Sorry about that.
Can do it again.
Yeah.
Well, I'll go on.
Well, go on then. Why not? Go on.
Where do I want to call it?
Well, you've got a bullywug over. Well, sorry, you've got a red cap on the stairs where Flamehoof was, and you've got that Elf King statue near Flopsy.
It's like 60 foot wide, isn't it? Can I get them both in that?
I think you can, but I think you can only choose one person. It's going to hit.
But then it's over them both just in case.
Yeah. Right, go on then. Let's have a bit of description as you call this storm above both these things.
You know, well, let me tell you, Felix is just baffled, to be honest. But his little tummy hurts because he's been laughing so much, and then he immediately stopped laughing and was like, "What the fuck was I even laughing at?" Looks a little embarrassed. Looks a little sheepish while he's calling his lad. To be honest,
a little sheepish.
If that's a thing you can do, sheepishly call lightning. He's doing it. You best believe.
Nice.
Oh.
And he calls it.
Out here like lightning.
Lightning. Lightning, are you here? And you call this lightning directly above these bastards. Archie, Octavia, you see the rolling clouds above your head. Flopsy as well. Al, even. You all look up nervously as it starts to rumble. Felix, who are you getting?
And I'm gonna get the red cap, I think, first, because I've got beef with these red caps.
Oh, you do. I've got beef. All right, give us. I'll just watch it. Yeah, there we go. Oh, let's have a dex save from this Corred. Here we go. That's a fail. Oh, and even with that higher level casting, it's still just not quite enough, Felix. Oh, darn. He's still alive. Oh, you've got the Darkling there as well. Sorry, I forgot about him. You've got a red cap, Darkling, and this fucking statue.
Buzzing. Right.
Buzzing.
That's all I can really do.
It's doggy time.
It's death dog. Yeah, so...
you can't get anywhere, can I?
Not gonna do anything, yeah, because he's shit.
Yeah, shit.
He's fucking shit.
He's been doing well, that dog.
I know, how is it still alive?
Literally out of 4 of them, he's still there.
How far can he get over this way? I'll plonk him there for now. He's gonna go up. He's saddling on up here. And that's the death dog who's somehow still alive, miraculously.
It's miraculously there.
He's the leader.
Now,
The one we trust.
here he is, for the first time. It's Flopsy Lapoose. It's Flopsy, everybody! Flopsy's having a turn! He's the first flop! In 3 episodes, we've got Flopsy! Whoa! I'm zooming in and out of the map, I'm so excited. Here we go. Flopsy. Let's zoom right in on this bitch.
Flopsy just stands there for his turn. Sorry to be anticlimactic, guys. Flopsy is going to... screw it, I'll go the whole hog. You can have 10 minutes of me talking. It's not literally going to be 10 minutes. So Flopsy was having a dream in Mint Muse. You might remember from last session, his father caught him when he fell off a roof. But when Flopsy's feet hit the floor as he was put down again, suddenly he was acting like his father and catching Holland as he fell from a similar height. Caught him in his arms, made sure that he was okay, and all of a sudden someone else starts falling and Flopsy catches him. Another child starts falling and Flopsy runs to catch him. Soon enough, as Holland starts growing and growing in his arms, he realizes that he can't catch anybody else as long as he's still holding Holland, and finally has to put Holland down before he carries on catching more. And as he starts running through the field, just catching these Harengon that all look like his family and his family's friends from Mint Muse. As he's running through the field, he looks back and Holland is getting further and further away. And then he opens his eyes and sees a really weird bullywug throbbing his throat at him. Where's Scabatha? And he gets his bonk stick ready. I can get her. Where is she?
Bro?
Everyone? Is everyone okay?
Bro? Al's like, yes, I presume all 3 of the hags are dead. That's as far as I can see. He's looking around. he's still looking quite nervous that that the potion choice worked. Are you feeling okay? No ill effects?
I feel much better than I have in quite a while. In at least 10 minutes. I don't know how long the fight's been going on for.
Fantastic. Well, just to inform you that the remaining enemies are, well, this thing is coming up upon you, and there's what seems to be a crazy little dwarf man on here, and a dark thing with a hood on, and that's as far as I'm aware.
Got good eyes, Al.
Yes, thank you. Something was happening to them before, but they're a bit clearer now, and I'm sorry I wasn't there to help out. Everything just went all fuzzy and strange. I was having strange nightmares of a woman.
Don't need to worry, we did it. I mean, we've not done it yet, I suppose. This thing's a statue. Are you sure this is against us?
Oh, it's literally moving towards you, like it moves.
Oh, it's still moving?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like,
I thought you stopped there and was like Terminator menacing, standing kind of thing.
Looking like an ancient elven king and all. So you know that it's up to no good.
Well, gotta do what we gotta do then. Flopsy's gonna try and bonk stick this guy for a 10. I'll have to approach him first. But I can't move my character.
Yeah, that's not gonna hit.
Thank you.
The 10 does not hit.
Looks like Flopsy's dead.
Come on, what was his saved action?
I don't want to.
Hyper death murder.
He
Attack.
as you sort of bring the bonk stick down on him, he does like a Matrix sort of lean and leans backwards, but as he leans back he tries to slam at you again and just fucking misses completely.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. It's like a...
As he does a Matrix lean and Flopsy
so does
realizes
Flopsy.
what's happening, Flopsy does a Matrix lean backwards as well.
Literally, it's fucking bullet time. It's fist time. Yeah.
Everybody hears the crack of Flopsy's knees as he does the Matrix.
Oh! Floppers.
Not got long for this world.
This Corrid sort of realises that you might need some assistance. I don't think he's going to make it. Yes, he can make it. He comes up to you and he's like, this is how it's done. And he's going to just... fucking obliterate the crap out of it. Just into smithereens, as one does.
Smithereens.
And he's looking at you all the Corrids, by the way, have got this really fucking ferocious look on their face, like they're really happy to be banging shit with the great clubs. He tosses it into just pieces all on the ground and pieces of marble or whatever. And he just looks at you and smiles, that's how you do it. This fucking bullywug knight, I guess he's only got one place to go, and that's up here, up these fucking stairs. Let's go. Wait a minute. What is that?
I'm just gonna move Flame Hoof. So
That's a fucking Corrid. That's not even a Darkling. I couldn't see it then. It's not even a Darkling. It's not even there. It's going to come up to... yeah, it's going to stand under the Bullywug Knight's body and attack the remaining red cap. With an 18 and a 22, 29 bludgeoning, it's fucking out of there. It's dead. Dead. And as we look around this battlefield, and everyone breathes a heavy sigh of relief. No one's in anything that's going to kill them. So let's go to Holland, who's bamfed at the door, as we're all out of initiative. Holland, you're at the front door of Motherhorn.
Well, this isn't good. I will go back inside.
You go in. You find a hallway with a curtain at the end. You can't hear anything beyond that curtain.
I will just keep going. I guess.
You keep going. And when you open the curtain, you sort of see everyone's like standing around in the stage area. We're out of initiative now. And everyone's sort of like pulling themselves up. Like, I'm just going to delete all the baddies that shouldn't be here. But you see in the centre of it all, like, Agden just sobbing his eyes out over Jebek's body. Molliver's dead body right behind him. You see, obviously, Skylar's body over there dead, as well as Bavlona's, Enderlin's, Skabatha's, Flamehoof. When Bavlona died as well, she sort of like, when she blurred all into like goo, you could also see like a pumpkin, like all like rotted away, which belonged to Chucklehead. And you just sort of survey this scene. Gleam and Octavia are absolutely knackered. Gleam's actually like on her fucking knees right now, like looking distraught.
I think Holland himself looks like that shell-shocked meme. He's not looking too good, but he's going to go over to go and find Uglay. He presumes he's where he last saw him.
Uglay has actually like began to sort of wander down the stairs, and he just looks like he's woke up from a really long dream. He's like really confused, but you can see he's just absolutely full of like deep scratches, scars, like tufts of his fur have just been like torn out.
Holland's gonna like stop a few steps away and sort of lift up his hand to him like you would with an animal, as an offering. Hey, I'm sorry I hurt you. I didn't want to.
Roll animal handling.
18.
He sort of like turns his head but like keeps looking at you at the same time. And like as you talk to him, he sort of like comes a bit closer. And he finally lets you sort of like touch his like feathery cheek. And when you do, he sort of like closes his eyes as if he's just absolutely knackered. And again, just wanting to relax and chill, but you can feel from that, like, he knows. Yeah. These knights all fucking collect anyway. They all blah, 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 you know what I mean? As you're standing there, it's quite a nice little moment. But then the bullywug's like blah 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 as they all arrange themselves in formation out of the goddamn way. And no, as do the cards, to be fair.
I'm going to not moving my hand off of Uglay. I'm going to call to Archie, Octavia, Flopsy, Gleam and Felix to just sort of come hither within 30 feet of me, you could say.
Archie, who's already within 30 feet here, just continues hugging Octavia on the stairs. I guess like she's a bit teary-eyed, and I guess so is Octavia, probably. So they're just enjoying this brief moment within 30 feet of you.
Flopsy comes
Felix
over
does
and
the bare minimum
wheels
and
this sweet
moves.
moment.
Wait, hang on, what's Felix doing first, then Flopsy?
I was just going to say Felix does the bare minimum and moves just about 30 feet within you. Like, range, yeah.
Right, you can't expect him to walk.
I know. He crawls. He doesn't walk, he crawls
He
over.
gets the dog to give him a ride.
Oh yeah, the dog comes over. The dog's still alive.
How has the dog survived this?
2-headed death dog.
Lasted longer than Uglay did.
Gleam shuffles over, following you, Felix.
Hi everyone. I'm glad we all made it out okay. Well, not okay, but alive. Well, not alive, but now alive. We weren't always alive, but now we are, and that's what's important. It's kind of hard to say like nice words when there's like moldy hags all over the place, but you know, we did it. We won. I'm really proud of everyone for. I'm trying to say I'm glad you're all okay, and I love you all very much. And he's a prayer of healing while this is all going on.
Nice.
6 people. I'm picking Archie, Octavia, Flopsy, Gleam, and Felix.
Okay. As you mentioned that there's like a bunch of bodies all over the place, like Al standing there with full health, kind of realizes, and he goes, "Oh yeah," and he goes over to the rest of the troops and sort of tells them to start cleaning up and basically throwing the bodies off the side, and anything they find, which includes all Scabatha's potions, they're just going to leave in a pile here. They don't find much else except Scabatha's potions, by the way. Like, they don't have stuff on them. Like, it's just... There's the copter and the lily pad, and Scabatha's potions. But they essentially just, like, get to move in. But Agden is not letting them touch Jabuk. So they all receive 14.
Yes.
Nice.
Chew on that.
Are you feeling better, Octavia?
Yeah. Oh my god. I thought we were gonna die.
I know, so did I. But I guess, you know, we couldn't have picked a better crew to die side by side with. I'm glad we're alive though, obviously.
It's okay. We all nearly died. It's, you know, you're bound to not really know what to say.
Right.
I was so close. Like, I feel like I saw my life flash before my eyes.
I think I did. For like the last time that I got knocked down. What about you, Flopsy? Did you, I mean, you spent a lot of time down.
Well, I'm not really surprised that all of you are here. I never really doubted that each and every one of us standing here would have made it. Apart from... Well, I wasn't going to say anything beforehand, was I? I'm very glad to be here. I was ready to... for all of us, you know? And still being here, I did kind of see some strange things while I was... well, not sleeping, but... I kind of saw a lot of the past, and... you know, a lot of the past that I may have missed out on as well. I don't really know what all of it means, though. I suppose we had...
Oh,
sorry.
as you feel in these, like, very sort of deep nostalgic emotions. You feel like your heart like pangs, like a little pang inside your heart that sort of makes you look like, it feels as though there's like an invisible rope between like your heart and Holland, and it's like aching, it's like nagging at you. It's like when you smell something from like primary school and it takes you back, like shortbread biscuits. Like, oh my god, shortbread biscuits from school. But like, it gives you that ache, that feeling of like, wow.
I suppose that congratulations are in order for all of us, and thank yous as well. I know I wouldn't be standing here if it wasn't for each and every single one of us around. So Flopsy's going to go up and give like a shoulder half hug to Octavia, since she's next to him. He's going to do the same to Gleam, and then Felix, and then Archie, and finally walk up to Holland. As that feeling in his chest gets a bit stronger and more anticipatory, I guess, if that's a word.
You walk over the bones of Flamehoof as you ascend these stairs. Holland's sort of standing at the top there with Ugle behind him.
I'm going to be honest, I didn't see a lot of that, so I don't really know how well you did, but I make a living with my words, and I have no idea how to say how proud of you I am. I'm going to hug Holland.
When you hug Holland, that feeling gets even more naggy, like it's pulling right on you. Like there's something of you in Holland somehow. Like
I wasn't laughing
within
at that
his
feature thing.
within his like presence, within his aura.
Mm-hmm.
There's something of like your childhood, your past, something connecting you to him, and as soon as you like hug him, you feel it's like electric.
Have you changed something, Holland? Did you grow older or something? Something feels a little different.
Holland is speechless.
Holland dies.
I genuinely thought my connection went then.
Lorne? Oh, go on, please!
Oh, please,
Oh,
Lord.
please, Lorne, please!
Flopsy brings his furry finger up to Holland's mouth and just goes on a static Holland that's not speaking.
Holland just sort of like T-poses there.
Gleam's just gonna sort of like go over to Octavia. She just side-eye Felix and gets a bit too nervous to really approach them, and goes up to Octavia, and she sort of like just sits down on the step next to her and just looks at her. She's had like the mask on the whole time. She's just going to take it off and like wipe all the sweat off her face. But meanwhile, Flopsy's going blah, blah, blah on Holland's mouth.
Wait, what?
You know when you go like
What?
Yeah,
You know, when you go...
I don't know.
when Holland wasn't responding to him, he just like slowly brought his finger up and was like on Holland's mouth.
Yeah, like...
Oh, sorry, Dad. I fell asleep. It's been a long day. What were you saying?
That's okay. I was just saying how. Did you hear the part about how proud I was of you? So I know how much to repeat.
No, I just heard you walking up the stairs, and then there was a really long silence, like you were doing a dramatic pause, but then it was a little too long, and I thought,
No, bollocks.
Oh no!
Well, it's not going to have the same emotional weight for everybody else, but...
And the joke's not going to hit as well when I say there's something of you in Holland. Anyway.
we'll all laugh like it's the first time everyone's hearing it.
Okay, right. Flopsy, what did you say?
I can't remember how I started, but I make a living with my words, and I honestly can't find any of the words to describe how proud of you I am.
And then when Flopsy hugs Holland, Flopsy feels very strongly like there's a part of him in, like, Holland's aura, like in his space, in his personal space. There you go. It's like electric when he like actually holds him. And Flopsy says,
Holland, is there... have you done... Has something happened? Did you grow old or something? Something feels different.
I don't know, why don't you hit me? See if I move.
Because we've just... I don't want to hit you, no. There's been enough hitting going on here. I'm sure there's another way to check.
Oogley, like, looks at you confused. He understands what you're saying, but I don't think he wants to. Like...
The offer was there for even Stevens.
he like shrugs and he gives you a bit of a bite.
A bit of a bite.
A bit of a little beak bite.
He's missing his arm now.
If you're gonna allow him to bite you, he's gonna hit you. And he's gonna just deal 1 damage to you, but as he bites like your sort of hand, you see a wound form.
Holy shit, I was just... What?
I've been goddamn aged up.
You a little like
I was
a little
throwing off the funny feeling. What?
A tiny little sort of like plum of blood just pools at like where it is and like drips down onto the floor.
Well, would you look at that? Spent all my remaining years chasing hags. I'm an old man now.
Flopsy pulls Holland in for a hug. Just wait for the knees to go.
And that feeling's still there. It's even stronger now.
Yeah.
Like every time you get close to him, it's so strong. Like something of yours is within Holland, like his presence or something.
Flopsy hides his head next to Holland's neck. Holland is quite taller than Flopsy, I think, so he's just kind of like nestled, but his expression's hidden, and it's kind of like, you know when they say every parent holds their kid for the last time, they just don't know when the last time is.
Oh god, yeah.
Flopsy has that look on him of like, maybe if he stops hugging you this time, so he starts to feel a bit like that, so he's kind of hiding his eyes from Holland. You haven't exactly had the most normal childhood, have you, Holland?
I had a fun one, for the most part.
I'm surprised that I've done everything that I've done over the last few days. I've never really been the kind of person to do any of this. I usually just bake things and watch the smiles curl in people's mouths as they chew them. I'm really glad that I came here. I saw the most part of your childhood, and I'm glad that I saw the end. Seriously, did you pick something up though? Because it still feels strange. I can't describe it. Did you pick something up of the hags or something? You feel like there's just something burning, vibrating, moving.
Well, I did pick up 30 lightning bottles. It could be that.
That's probably what it is. You do kind of feel like you're buzzing a little bit, Holland.
Oh, and also a unicorn horn.
You got is it Lamona's horn?
I think so.
Out of all of the people to do it, I kind of knew that it would be you. Great. There's so much more that we need to go and get Clapperclaw's inside, but it fit. We did it. He raises Holland's arm up as if Holland has single-handedly done the thing. Holland's got it, guys. He's got the horn.
He's such a boy, Dad.
The horn and the key.
And the key.
Oh, and I also found this, like, some stuff, like a cloak and this chicken, but that feels less exciting.
As soon as Holland brings out the cloak, Flopsy are immediately drawn to it. And Felix, as soon as Holland brings out this chicken, would you like to describe Mo for us, please, Felix, as Holland holds out this chicken?
Mo is the most raggedy ass, musty, crusty, dusty looking fucking like stuffed chicken. It's got like an eye like hanging off. Just looks dirty, to be honest. Like, why are you even holding that thing?
Yeah, it stinks.
But, yeah, it fucking stinks. But Felix screams anyway.
Holland's like in the middle of saying, I found this gross little thing. I thought maybe it was like a hag experiment.
Why would you even pick that up, Holland? It looks like you might catch something from it.
Felix starts ugly crying. Felix is ugly crying coming up these fucking stairs.
Hey.
Give me the chicken.
Yeah, you just push past Glue and Octavia and get up to here. Oh shit. Yeah.
That's my chicken. Please, can I have my chicken?
This is your chicken?
This is my chicken.
That's your chicken. Flopsy's eyes just go wide.
The chicken I've been searching all this time for.
Huh.
It's Dodgy Mo, my chicken. Dodgy Mo.
Well, you omitted that name.
Dodgy Mo.
It's Dodgy Mo. Oh god.
The chicken is stuffed, but it somehow has a shifty look in its one impact eye. That chicken's seen some shit, you know what I mean?
Wow.
It's got a dodgy look.
Flopsy's going to raise an eyebrow to Holland and then say through the mind message thing we have, were you expecting a more live chicken than that? Because I was. And then he remembers that everybody can hear him and Felix also heard that.
Felix looks Flopsy dead in the eye and goes, don't even lie, that's not the weirdest shit you've seen today, and snatches the chicken off Holland.
I mean, fair enough. He's got you there.
That is true, I can't really say anything. Where did you find that? Is that anybody's?
Well, no, it was just... The hags ran away and I was feeling a bit spiteful, so I just raided one of their drawers. Drawers?
Gosh, Dad!
Well, I suppose if it's going to waste, if no one's waste not, want not, and all that, I'll have a look at what it is. What
Here
is
you
it?
go.
Flopsy picks up the cloak and starts looking at it close up. The hemming, the stitching. What's Flopsy looking at?
You are looking at a cloak of many fashions. You see this patchwork cloak. It shimmers with all the colours of the rainbow. Like, it's literally the Technicolor Dreamcoat. And when it's in your hands, you just know immediately that part of you is in this cloak. It's no longer in Holland, it's in the cloak.
God, Flops, you need to stop putting part of you in things.
The part of you that's been stolen from you is being handed to you by your very own son.
Holland, do you remember when you got your creativity back in Scabatha's factory, den, whatever it was?
Yeah, and I lit up.
Yes, you lit up.
Sure.
Did you feel like you had your creativity back before you lit up, or was that like how you got it?
Yeah, I
feel
had to
like
blaze
this
it.
is. I wonder if I need to set this on fire or something. It feels like something's in there, and I don't know how to get it out.
But it's such a fancy cloak, TM. You wouldn't want to destroy it.
I don't even know if it'll fit. It looks a little bit too small, doesn't it? Usually, baggy things, yes, big flowing colours and different things will be better for me. This is
Maybe
probably not very.
Maybe it's meant to be a veil.
I don't think I really know how to put one of those on. Could you?
Oh yeah, for
Could you
sure.
hold this up for me? Holland will hold the cloak up and Flopsy will put it on. I don't know if I'm actually going to have it put on like a veil. That's up to Holland.
Yeah, I'm holding it over your head. It's going on.
As soon as it sort of falls around, like, your shoulders, every single, like, critical thought you've ever had about your appearance comes flooding back to you, just immediately. Whether... Well, I mean, how do you want to deal with this? Because this is like, you've been reunited with a part of you that once was, like, you would have been a rather fashionable lad, you know. Maybe the original top hat was an indicator of this, but who knows? Because now you look around and you've got a taste for fucking everything, what everyone's wearing. Not only to yourself, you know what I mean? Like, you've got a standard. Whatever that standard is completely up to you, but it's all coming back to you now.
Flopsy starts laughing to himself. Just lightly. When you first met me, Holland, what did you first think? Not when I said hello or anything like that, just like when you saw me.
To be honest, I think I was just relieved to see another person like me.
So it never mattered that I was wearing tatty old
No.
Well, never mind that I was wearing that.
I guess it was just I liked you because you gave me a cupcake and you were kind of like me, but then I actually got to know you and liked you. But yeah, it was a good first impression.
This is so strange. You know, all of the different things that have led me here that I had no control over, and I keep thinking in dreams, Archie, you said about seeing your life flash for you when you were down on the ground, and I felt that too, and I keep thinking of all the things that I've missed. And I never really thought about all the things that were good from missing out. I finally see myself as a complete and total tit. And you know what? It's really funny. I can't believe some of the stuff that I used to get away with, and I would never thought that I would be able to get away with wearing all of that and saying half the things I did whilst looking like that. I was free. Unexpectedly.
You sure did own it.
Well, I'm glad to have learned from it. But you're definitely not going to see me in that again. I'll definitely start looking a little bit more, you know. He starts, like, pulling on the cloak, trying to, like, make it fit better and, like, hold himself up. He's standing more upright and not slouching now. I'm sure you'll still be able to single me out of any crowd. And speaking of looking like complete and total tits, by the way, what is happening with all of you? He kind of looks at all of the battle-worn clothes that everyone's been wearing for the last few days.
Gleam just sort of smiles exasperatedly and just sort of stands up and like reveals like a sort of full outfit, and it's quite a banging outfit to be honest. He's just like, I want this old thing. Well, I always thought I was...
and then you'll be the second best dressed in the group.
Well, I know someone who can do that. She comes over to you and sort of presents herself to you.
Flopsy dramatically like flourishes his hand and then pokes Gleam in the shoulder, and her outfit's clean from pressed.
No more blood. That's fantastic. Oh, I do feel quite fresh, thank you.
That's all right. I think it's quite a time to be refreshed.
Oh, what do you think of it now,
all
anyway?
Of us are...
Come on, it's not that bad. It's like a literal spangly leotard. Like, she wears like a quite a skin-tight sort of one piece thing, but like I said before, it's got those like sort of silver metal thin shoulder pads to it that like keep her a little bit sort of protected. Like metal arm things, what they're called, like what go over your forearms and stuff.
Braces,
that's the one. But they're like attached to the actual material, like it's a very thin piece of metal over it. And then she sort of like does a little pirouette in the middle. Everything just sort of sparkles with the stage lights that are still sort of blaring around.
It looks like you're going for Cirque du Soleil, but it's a little bit Cirque du Soleil. I'm only joking, Gleam.
Perhaps I should put my mask back on.
I think you should. Not because you're ugly without it, I just think it's a very decorative mask. I think it looks fantastic. It kind of makes the rest of the outfit make sense.
She picks it up and looks at it, and she goes, maybe not now, I'm a bit sweaty, so, you know. She's just gonna, even though she's not, 'cause she's been prestidigitized, she's going to just put it in a bag and just sort of like let all her hair sort of flow out. Now that she's fully clean, this is a lot more shiny and fresh. Yeah. Octavia looks like shit. Octavia is literally wearing like like leather, small leather pieces that are like interlock like over her like shoulders and around her waist and stuff, but underneath it's pretty much like a quite basic green like tunic, with the rope, like the triangular neck with the pieces of rope that go between like thin pieces of string, to tie it. She's literally got like a fucking leaf, like a big leaf on one shoulder, like tufts of grass and shit just like inside a belt and stuff, just to like look like she's camouflaged or whatever. Really sort of thick, like what would be corduroy, sort of like brown trousers on, and just like big muddy boots. And she's like, I don't even care. I don't need to look spangly and sparkly. I'm good. I'm good.
Right. I mean, like, we're literally wearing armor because like hags show up and like try to fight us.
Yeah.
Yeah. Who needs to like be a snappy dresser anyway?
Exactly. I kind of like it anyway.
I totally agree.
Yeah, I like being a bit, dirty.
Right.
How can I third wheel on that comment?
I feel like a part of you is inside me.
No, I think that's a perfect way to look at things. You don't need to be all spangly and fantastic. You look the part that you play. Although, Archie, with that many colours in your eyes, you could probably have any number of colours that would make them pop. So maybe you could add some. I've got a lot of colours in my bag. I'll start handing out like my clothes and disguise clothes and everything that Flopsy's got.
Oh my
I don't
God,
really think
yeah.
I'm going to have much use of these anymore.
Your fucking entire dressing up box.
Well, what part will you be playing?
Will I be playing?
Yeah, like you said, the part that, I look like the part I'm supposed to play, so I wonder how you're gonna start dressing. What part will you be playing? The Chicken King? You gonna get like a big chicken suit with like a crown on top of it? Dress up like Dodgy Mo?
Don't I might fall in love with you.
All the more reason to, then. I haven't actually thought about it. Not fully, not in depth. I don't know, there's a whole world that's opened up in my head. Things that I had never even thought would go together. I mean, who would have thought that two colours would go together that weren't absolutely, completely, diametrically opposed?
Yeah, that's like a thing. Sometimes, if you're like maybe two spaces away on the color wheel, it's called complementary colors.
Complementary colours. I forgot that word even existed.
Yeah, well, I guess you've got a lot to remember, because even I knew that.
Well, Gleam looks at everyone and she's like, well, I'm glad we're all alive and feeling much better and cleaner, even though some people don't want to be. She looks at Octavia and smiles, and but we did come here for a reason.
Holland twirls the scepter thingy in his hand. He wants to go get our friends out.
Well, I suppose we best march on.
Flopsy will quietly prestidigitate everybody but Octavia.
Yeah,
Well,
and
Archie rebuffs your cleanliness.
when everyone else gets cleaned, like, it's quite like noticeable that Octavia has that like fresh salty sweat smell. It's not like deep and like long lasting or anything, it's just that like fresh, someone's been working out sort of smell. Yeah, she's very of the earth, this bitch.
Archie has a very thick brownie musk.
And yeah, Uglay sort of like wanders into the library, and he just sort of turns around and looks at you, Holland, to sort of wonder where to go. He starts growling at this corner of the library, and you see that when you sort of like get round there, You see that there's these 3 librarian goblins just like all huddled in the corner, and they're like, "Oh, please don't hurt us, please! Honestly, I can promise you, I never wanted to work for Endolin. I can promise. I just wanted to be a librarian. That's it. Please
Whoa,
don't kill us."
Chill, it's okay. The fighting's done.
Really?
Yeah, we're just off to let our friends out of the jail, and then we'll be on our way.
So where's Endolin? What's gonna happen to us?
All the hags are dead.
They're like looking at each other like, what?
You're free to leave, just be careful of Dodgy Mo on your way out.
Really? You're fucking joking me? She's dead. They're all dead.
There's a doornail.
Yeah, they're gonna just throw all the like books into the air and like all the papers like scatter around the library, and they're just gonna start like jumping up and down and like kicking all the shit off the library shelves, just like absolutely loving it. Finally, fuck you, Endolin, fuck you. And yeah, they look absolutely fucking elated. Octavia follows you up, Archie, but as you come up the stairs, Felix Gleam sort of walks alongside you, and she's like, "So, that's your chicken?"
Yes, indeed. This is Dodgy Mo. Dodgy Mo, this is Gleam.
Nice to meet you, Dodgy Mo. She looks a bit like confused. So is this a childhood toy?
Yeah, he's the only person I had to talk to. Like, all this time. Until I lost him.
Wow. Does he talk back?
I'll let you in on a little secret. No, it's all a farce.
Cheeks kind of go red. She like gets a little bit like embarrassed. So you get the impression that she like thinks that's cute. As you're sort of walking along, and she sort of remembers something as you get closer and closer to this. Not this corridor. Yeah, this corridor with the stairs. As you get closer in to the library, she's like, I'm quite nervous. My lost thing does speak. It's my sister. If she's all right, it would be great to see her and be reunited with her. But I just want to let you know that she's not very nice to everyone, but well, to anyone really. Just don't.
Well, that's okay.
Yeah, I'd say just
you
don't...
make up for all the niceness, I'm sure.
She does the hair thing, like puts the hair behind her ears. I think, well, there could have been an argument against that when I first met these guys, but sure, yeah, she's just very bossy, and I just think just don't, take it the wrong way. She just wants things to be done properly in certain specific ways, and only those ways, etc. Just saying, just don't listen to her. She's horrible.
Okay, I'll take that on board.
Holland, do you ascend these stairs? Oogle is like huffing up the stairs to keep up with you. I'm just going to sort of copy you all, drag you all over to...
We'll take our goblin friends with us.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh, you're going to take the fucking goblins? No, they're fucking up the library, leave them to it.
Part of our crew.
And you go up the stairs. I'm just going to put Oogle in the staircase. You go up the bloody stairs, right? And where the Ori of Tragedies once whirred around, obviously completely inactive. As you're actually ascending the stairs as well, Octavia sort of whispers to Archie, she's like, does this mean that this castle is like ours now?
I mean, technically exactly, I guess. Why have you always wanted a theater?
Well, I mean, it's empty now. Like, anyone could take it. Just saying. Like, this could be like our base, you know? Like, look at these cool stairways. Like, you know, if someone was coming up here with like a sword drawn or something, then they wouldn't be able to hit us because we'd get them on the way down because it's all like clockwise or whatever.
Wow, you know a lot about how like medieval staircase architecture works. Actually, I didn't know that about you.
Oh, I just kind of got it from the way that we're walking.
Oh right, yeah.
Yeah, it'd be really hard to swing a sword up here.
Right. Well, I mean, I guess it's. I just don't think I'm like the castle sort, you know? I'm more of a fan of cottages.
Yeah, I like that.
Maybe Flopsy can bring his family here and they be like the royal family of the Beyond.
As you get up there, you see 2 suits of armour, sized for goblins, equipped with halberds, flanking a large stone door, bereft of handles, hinges, and decorations.
I'm gonna tap on it like Hagrid does to get into Diagon Alley.
What, with the stick?
With the yeah.
Okay. And the doors creak open, and as soon as the doors like creak open and like the musty air seeps into the corridor that you're in, you just hear this like crying sound, and you just hear, "Oh my god, shut the fuck up!" Like really loud. And again from another place you hear, like, "He can't help it. He's just a kid. Leave him alone." And you also hear, "He's been doing my head in for the past like fortnight, 3 weeks, 5 weeks. I don't even know how long we've been here for." You also hear, "Forgive, forgive, forgive," coming from another direction.
Well, I think we know that Gleam's sister is definitely in here.
Right, I think we should split up. Archie's like listening out for that campestry noise, the campestry sounding voice.
With your passive, Archie, you know that that's coming from here.
Oh, I'll tell you what, me and Octavia will go this way.
The doors... sorry, just 1 second. The doors of these cells are like solid stone with like a tiny little like rectangular gap in like a slit with bars sort of through it. And you see yeah, you can hear the crying coming from this one, the skek voice coming from this one, and the bitch voice coming from this one.
Skek
voice, right?
Did anyone react to Holland just speaking?
Yeah, sorry. I was just like looking at the shit. What did Holland say?
Oh, just I guess we know that Gleam's sister's in here. Someone was mouthing.
Immediately, like all 3 voices speak at once, which is why it's hard for me to like think how they react. All 3 voices speak at once. Straight up, you just hear Holland, Holland. I'm in here. And you hear Holland, is that you? And you also hear, who the fuck is Holland?
I'm the fuck is Holland, and I'm getting you out of here. I'll go to Clapperclaws first.
You see Glister's face, like literally immediately, this is what she looks like, come to the bars of this one, like her eyes are shining through the thing, and she's like, "I heard you say my sister's name. I heard it. You know my..." And she looks and sees Gleam standing right there, and she's like, "Thank God you're here. I've been waiting so long." She just like starts like laying into Gleam whilst you go over to Clapperclaw. You look through the little slits of the door, and he's literally like, there's nothing else in this room except a tatty, horrible bed, a little bucket in the corner, which is never needed, and Clapperclaw just standing there with his little knees shaking.
Oh,
And
he's just a little guy.
Holland, I can't believe you're here! And he's like screaming. He's literally so excited.
Oh,
But like you can tell he's been like crying in pain as well. So he's like his voice is just so wobbly.
like I'd ever leave you, little man. Let's get you out of here.
I knew you'd come to save me. I just knew it. I was saying this whole time to that horrible woman that you just have a bit of faith. And then she was like, a bit of faith? You were crying your eyes out saying they'd left you forever. I did not say that. I just didn't. I promise I didn't say that. He's lying.
Yeah.
Yeah. I knew
okay.
it. You're my brother. See? My brother's here. He's going to tell you to shut up.
Yeah, shut up. He wasn't gonna, but because Glopagor said it, I guess.
She grumbles. As she's like laying into gleam, like sort of trying to reach her fingers through the hall, just like get her to come here, or whatever. But them two are their own separate thing. The actual cells themselves. Right.
Are the cells just further up from where I am? I don't know what room.
Oh shit! Sorry. Yeah, you can all file in.
It, but I don't know where.
You filing in literally now. Like, where are you, Flopsy?
Cool.
Why aren't you moving?
Just randomly moved away.
That's weird. Oh, it's probably because of your connection. Yeah, you're all in the cells now. I'll put Dodgy Mo away. But yeah, Ugo's going to sort of like guard the door for no reason, I guess. Oh no, he's going to come in. He's going to stand here in the corner. Yeah, these doors, full stone. They have near them these like levers or levers, however the fuck you want to pronounce them, on the walls themselves.
I guess I'll give that a tug.
Hey! And when you do, the door just like immediately raises, like, and you see it opens up. Clapperclaw didn't even give it a second. Like, he's like pushing against the door as it's raising up. He just runs over to you and just grabs hold of you and hugs you. And he's like, honestly, I definitely knew you were going to come, I promise.
Well, it took us a while to kill those hags. I'm immediately losing my accent now. Clapperclaw's back.
Wait, you killed those hags? Oh my gosh!
3 of them.
That's amazing! Oh, what?
With my bare hands.
Every last one?
Well, just one of them was me, but it was Endelin who was the big one.
So I don't have to be scared of Scabatha anymore?
Scabatha is history. She's mush.
Oh!
She's off the side of the castle, I think.
Oh my gosh, You know what this calls for? We need to get some celebration ham. Well, I've not had ham in a very long time, as you can see. They didn't give me much to eat. It just points to some straw in the corner.
I'm sure I have some ham in the bag of holding somewhere. I'm gonna fish some out.
He looks at you as if all his dreams have come true. Like every last dream he's ever had has come true at once. And he says, well, I am staring at that ham and really wanting to put it in my mouth, but how is everyone else? Is everyone okay?
Yeah, we're all alive and then some. We've got some new people. Some of them you'll really like. Some of them are called Al.
Al?
Yeah, he kind of sucks.
Alright.
But everyone else is great. Oh, and Skek as well.
Oh yeah, there's a guy in there. He said he's your friend, and then he's been real nice to me, actually. He's been telling that woman to shut up. And you peer through this one here, and flying like in a space, you see Skek, and he looks older. Like he literally looks much older. He's got like sort of more sallow cheeks than he had before, a bit of a stronger jawline. Whereas before you would have put him at about like sort of 17, 18 years old. He looks to be in here. Wait, just let me get he looks to be in his late 30s. And
Hey, old chum, old buddy, old pal.
hey, I thought I'd never see you ever again. Are you just gonna fling open the thing with the
Of
lever?
course. Free my guy.
He flutters out, and his little like sprite wings are kind of like louder than they used to be. You know, like how an old big bee is like more. You know what I mean?
Oh.
And he flies out, and he says, "I've been. Well, I had to come looking for you. There's he looks like something terrible has happened."
Oh no. What made you come looking?
Well, you know how there were those like workers and stuff at the carnival. We weren't supposed to talk about them.
Yeah?
Yeah, I think maybe like everyone talking about him might have made something happen or something. I don't know how it all works. All I know is that everything was fine for quite a while, you know, like Palasha and Candlefoot had a kid, and then it grew up, and now it performs. Well, now he performs. He's like a water acrobat. He's like 20. But yeah, we were all like getting on fine. Mr. Witch and Mr. Light just wouldn't shut the fuck up about like you and Flopsy and Alar and Oswald and Felix. Oh, he looks over at Felix and he's like, "Oh, Felix," and he looks over at Flopsy and he's like, "Oh, whoa, this is weird. I feel like I look older than you."
It's been like a week for us, give or take.
A week?
Yeah. It's been like 20 years for you?
Well, that's what it was when I decided to come after you. Do you not know about anything? I mean, I overheard you saying that you've sorted out all these hags or whatever, but do you know what they've done?
No.
Oh my god. Oh god. Maybe we should talk somewhere it's a bit more... And then Clapical's like, with a bit more ham to maybe soften the blow, whatever the hell you're gonna say. Clapical like looks sheepish immediately after saying that, like has been really like caring about the ham. Yeah. He looks at you like shit's gone down. Yeah, so I don't know how to put it any other way, but Mr. Witch and Mr. Light don't work at the carnival anymore.
What?
Excuse me?
Yeah. First of all, a shadow, well, you know, the shadow, and he looks around the room and he's like, looks a bit like you, and looks at Gleam. Gleam, like, is like midway through arguing with Glister, like, she's not letting her out yet. And she's like, me? Well, obviously that's my shadow. My shadow's been separated from me. That's my shadow. And Skek sort of like hand waves and he's like, yeah, I know that's that's not like who you are. I know I get how the shadows work and stuff, but yeah, she came along and she came through and basically she wasn't alone. All three of them, of the hags, came through the Hall of Illusions, and yeah, they had like a meeting with Witch and Light, and then all of a sudden we are like, you know, remember how the carnival would like pack itself up into like flying carriages and stuff, with the flying horses and the butterfly wings. Can you remember that?
Yeah.
Yeah, they were just powerless to stop them. Just they packed it all up. Everyone got like sucked into little like her caravans, and we were just hurtling through like the astral sea. It was wild. All the while, like Witch and Light were just crying their eyes out, and we didn't really know what was going on until we stopped in this really dark place, and the hags took them away, and now we have a new leader. She's nice. I mean, she's okay. She's not happy to be here though. Like it's like she was getting dragged back to the Witchlight Carnival.
Who is it?
She's an Eladrin. She's got super long ears, dark skin, quite slim. She has like a really cool sword though. Like they let her keep it, I guess. But then again, they let Witch and Light keep the weather vane and the watch and stuff. So I don't think they cared about that. But I'm just gonna show you a handout as he's describing. He says her name's Isolde. I'm gonna show you a picture of her in a minute. Talk amongst yourselves whilst I get it, because I didn't get it prepared.
What in the actual fuck?
You know, Holland, part of the thing with growing up is learning when to swear and not to do it in every sentence, just because you can.
I think
Yeah, tone it down a little.
Perfectly reasonable.
That is true. What the fuck is happening?
When did they have time to go and ruin everything? They were busy fighting us. Not busy enough.
Wait, hey Holland.
Hey.
Do you remember? Hi. Do you remember when Scabatha cast that spell on your mace? She had like that wicked look in her face. You don't think she like found out that it came from the Witchlight Carnival, right?
This could all be my fault?
No,
Well,
no.
Not my fault directly, but because of the mace?
It's not your fault, it wouldn't be. But like, it'd be their trickery. Their treachery.
This is how Skek describes Isolde to you.
Jack, you really can paint a picture. I think I can almost see her.
Right, and I imagine she's wearing like purple. A lot of purple.
Yeah. She's
maybe, like,
really,
a white
really
tank top.
not happy to be back. She's just stayed in a caravan the whole time. Everyone else is just kind of trying to get on with stuff. You know how it is. They're just doing whatever routine Mr. Witch had before. They're just still doing that.
What happened? Where did Witch and Light go?
Out into the dark. It's like a none of us could leave. Like, none of us were allowed out. They killed Nicholas. He, like, strangles his throat about that. And shut down
Killed Nicholas.
the hags.
Witch and Light?
No, the hags, as they were, like, leading Witch and Light out the ticket booth area. They sort of shut down the entrance, like, blocked it all off, took him out. So it's like we don't know what to do. Like, we're all... It's like I came as soon as it happened, you know? Like, they just... I know that they just said they were going to do whatever. But yeah, they took Mr. Witch and Mr. Light out, and after like I mean, I might have left it like a day just to see what would happen, but I as soon as I realized that this was it, I had to come find you. So I went through the Hall of Illusions. I had to wait until, like, the shadow went through, and it didn't take much for her to just bring me, to be fair. No. Yeah, they got, like, kicked out into the shadows, I guess.
Well, maybe they can come back now the hacks are dead.
How I don't know how this works. Like, I don't know what kind of power they had to be able to forcibly bring the carnival somewhere else. I don't know if we have that kind of power. I mean, do you?
Not really, but I mean, I'm sure we can find a way.
We didn't know we had the power to take on 3 hags and survive. We've done that.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I knew that coming to you guys is probably going to be the only thing I could do.
How long have you been in here?
Feels like 10 days or something, like maybe longer. These two were already here. Clapperclaw was like, well, that woman was here before me. And Glister's like, will you get me out, please? I've been waiting this whole time.
Then you just hold on a second. We're dealing with some shit over here.
Well, I'm dealing with some shit right now. I've been sitting here in my own fucking piss. Well, there is a bucket, but whatever.
Just chooses to piss on the floor.
Look, if you decide to piss yourself instead of in the bucket, then that's your problem, and we'll get you some change of clothes, but you'll just have to sit tight for now.
Oh, I see. There's a hierarchy, of course, because you're all heroes, aren't you? Yeah, whatever. She just, like, moves away from the door. Gleam, like, looks around at you all, like, does that face of, like, see, she's a fucking bitch. Like, yeah. She just says, oh, perhaps it'll do you well to be a bit more patient, Glister. And Glister's just like, fuck you, Gleam. Fuck you. Gleam sort of smirks at that and faces everybody else. But then she realises that there's much more pressing matters at hand and resumes looking concerned.
Wonder how Archie's doing.
What is Archie doing?
Archie's like, well, Archie's just sort of stood here, like, you know, maybe waving to Clapperclaw a little bit. Like, you know, can't exactly, which, you know what, Archie's gonna run over to
Oh yeah,
Clapperclaw.
Clapperclaw comes running, meets you halfway. Yeah.
Oh yeah. She can't she can't run over to Skag because she doesn't know who that is.
Mm.
She can't run over to Glister. 'Cause she's locked behind them.
Clapperclaw's literally just like, oh my gosh, I can't believe it! Archie, you're okay!
Clapperclaw, you're okay.
Hmm.
How are you?
Well, I don't need to like eat really, but I would love some ham, but that's okay, that's besides the point.
We'll get you some hay on as soon as we can.
I can't wait. I can't wait to just like sit down with y'all, have like a fire and like a camp and some ham, and I'll tell stories about what happened, and yeah.
Well, Clapperclaw, you must have been like, you know, like, you have no stimulation in here, like nothing to occupy your time, right?
Oh yeah, I was going crazy.
Well, why don't we do some investigating now? I'm sure you've heard that noise, like someone saying, she puts her, like, hand to her ear.
Forgive.
Right, that forgive, do you hear that?
Yeah, that's been like bothering us a lot. It's been like driving us crazy.
Well, should we go find out what it is?
Alright.
Well, I'll follow you. Where do you think the sound's coming from? She like sort of nods over, like she's Mopsa.
Well, I've not seen outside of here in a while, but like from my what I can hear, it's something up here, I guess.
Up there.
Yeah.
Well, why don't you do the honors of pulling the lever then?
Haha. He puts his still like chipped painted flame claws up onto the lever and just like pulls it down, and the door raises up, and inside you see, as you peep through the door,
Nothing. It's a black void.
it's a black void because there's not a light in there.
It's dark in there, isn't it, Clapperclaw?
You see
Hey, flick the light switch.
a tiny little blue campestre just sat there on the floor saying, forgive.
Well, hello there, little guy. Hey, Clapperclaw, come in here.
What is it? Oh,
It's a little guy.
it's one of those guys that you have.
Right, it's one of these little guys that I have. Well, he needs a name, doesn't he? Let's see. So let's do a little roll call. Roll. Well, you know what I'm trying to say, don't you?
A roll call?
That's the one. So we've got Izzy. Pull out Izzy.
Isolde.
Then we've got Plesiosaurus.
Skek, literally at the sound of Isolde coming out of your pocket, Skek's like, wait, that's her name. He's gonna come forward. Then you've got Plesiosaurus that's like, please.
Oh. We've got don't remind me. We've got Mimi.
Me.
Come on out, Mimi.
Yeah, Mimi went out. I don't know if you heard.
Oh, I didn't hear.
Me.
You did it at such a high octave. I thought you were Octavia, you know? Yeah, I literally have them all out now. So what should we name this little guy, Clapperclaw?
Well, if it's saying forgive, well, I don't know. Like fortune, because it's like lucky that we found him here.
Right.
And it's like he's singing a tune.
Right. That's really clever. Have you been like thinking of that while you were like in your
Well, no, because I didn't know what was making the noise.
So you just thought of that straight off the cuff? Wow.
Thanks. He gets bashful. He does his like inverted feet.
Wow. Maybe you should maybe you could teach Flopsy a thing or two about like wordplay.
You hear that, Dad? He as soon as he realizes Flopsy's even there, he's like, oh yeah, oh my gosh, Dad. He goes over and gives you a big cuddle.
Flopsy shakes the cobwebs out of his head from what Skek's been saying and earnestly gives Clapperclaw a big hug.
With everything all getting excited, I didn't really even see you there. Wow. But yeah, apparently, according to Archie, I could do speaking things better than you.
Well, I'm sure that at least... No, yes, you probably can. You can probably do speaking things better than me.
Well, Archie just found a little mushroom thing.
I'll take him out of my bag, which I had just put him in. Right, this is Fortune. Cause why is he called that Clapperclaw?
Because he's saying forgive and is like a tune. See, that's why I can do speaking things good. Because I came up with that all by myself.
Right.
I would never have thought of that myself. Well done, Clapperclaw.
Neither. Forgive Clapperclaw. Ooglay, forgive Clapperclaw.
Forgive him of his crimes.
Does Ooglay forgive?
Oh my gosh, Ooglay! He's gonna go and give him a cuddle. He's like, Ooglay's like backing away into the corner away from Clapperclaw, like looking at Holland. Like, but then he eventually lets him hug him.
Do your due diligence.
Look, a new little guy. He like points at him.
So that means that there's 4 in total. That's like 1 more than the average hag, I suppose.
More than a coven, less than a circle.
Yeah, so we've got Fortune, we've got Izzy, we've got Mimi, and we've got Plesiosaurus.
It's funny you choose the name Fortune. That's the name of Flopsy's favourite unicorn on my carousel back home.
Oh, really?
Yeah. It's funny how I always remember that and Flopsy doesn't.
Yes, it is really funny.
Wow.
I only had you remind me of that last week and I completely forgot until now.
Well, Flopsy, is your memory going?
Who are you again? Richard Empreg.
Solday.
Archie just has to say his name like Richard Embreg. Richard
Embreg.
Clapperclaw like looks at Felix. They've never met, have they?
No.
Clapperclaw's gonna be like, well, hello, my good fellow. My name's Clapperclaw.
Hello, my name's Felix, and this is Dodgy Mo.
I'll get Dodgy Mo out for the crack.
You should never put him away.
Well, hello there, Dodgy Mo. I'm Clapperclaw. He's not saying anything back to me.
He's a little bit shy.
Oh, well, that's what I was like.
Please don't think I'm rude.
Yeah. Well, when he grows up and gets all big and tall, then, you know, like me, because, you know, I'm practically grown up now. He's not. He's a child. He's literally a kid.
Felix is totally playing along and covers Dodgy Mo's non-existent ears and goes, don't tell him, but I think his growth is like stunted or something. He's been this size since like forever.
Oh. Oh well, maybe he's just got
really
like a
sad,
curse.
right?
Yeah. Well, oh well. And hi, he looks us to hello to Gleam. Gleam's like, pleasure. He's like, I'm guessing you're her sister, because that's all she's been going on about. And Gleam smirks, and she's like, I suppose so. Yes, I am her sister, but yeah. And Glister's like, yes, when you're ready, I can come out and meet you all and be very nice to you. That's exactly what it'll be, I promise. Gleam just like kicks the
Does anyone else think we should keep her in there for a bit?
Well, actually, yes, I think she'd do with a bit more time in there.
No.
Just for fear of her slapping someone or something. I see it happening. Yeah.
Come on,
Catch that
guys.
vibe.
We're better than the hags, aren't we?
We've had our fun.
Yes, I suppose. Alright then, come on out. She pulls the thing. And all this time that she's been playing, like, you can tell she's been playing, because as soon as Glister, like, steps out, like, you can tell that Gleam is, like, a bit dismantled by that. Like, just the fact that she's there and they're together and there's nothing separating them. And Glister is, like, as she walks out, she's, like, fully raggedy. Like, she has, like, a pretty much the same sort of outfit on, but gold. And it's just, like, stinky, horrible, dirty, pissy. You know what I mean? She comes out and she's like, "Thank God, took your time, didn't you? Jeez." Gleam does like a little smirk, and she's like, "Oh, come here." And she just gives her like a hug or whatever. Glister's like immediately like, as if, you know what I mean? Like, but then Gleam doesn't let her resist, and Glister just like flops her arms by her sides, and then slowly brings her forearms up like around her waist, and she's like, "Okay, fine. Okay, if this is what we have to do to, you know, show that we love each other or whatever." And Gleam, as she's hugging her, you see like a little tear just fall out of Gleam's eye, but Glister can't see that. But they're just holding each other for a while.
Cute.
So Skek is like, okay, yeah, we're all together. That's great. That thing is saying her name, and he like points at the little campestry. Do you know her? Do you know what's going on?
Didn't we get a letter with her name on it? Is that right?
I was about to say, we have heard the name before as well.
Actually, I remember it was when I was on that weird, like, not a date, but she thought it was, with Aerith. And we went to the Astral Sea, like you were talking about, to this, like, looks at Octavia, to this nice little cottage with a kind of romantic vibe. Wings. Anyway, there was like letters there and like actually a map of the Witchlight Carnival, which Aerith left me before she went away as a memento of our time there. I'll show it to you. She gave me both of those items. And I take both of those items out, both the letter that's, you know, like the "You are good, my love"
Yes.
one, and the map of the Witchlight Carnival.
Well, the poem doesn't actually say Isolde's name on it. It says, let's have a look here. It says, when I find it, talk amongst yourselves.
But anyway, before I show you that, how's everyone feeling?
I'm just so overwhelmed by all of this.
I'm very conflicted and overwhelmed as well.
Right, I can imagine.
You have to respect the Hag's work ethic. I mean, they've been really grinding this last week or so. Fair play.
We may have won, but they did have a pretty funny joke to play in their epilogue.
Yeah. Although I think of, you know, knocking Endelin's skull in, and I'm like, well, maybe that was funnier.
Okay, so what you know is the map of the Witchlight Carnival has a drawing of a heart in like the bottom corner of it, and the poem says, "Zabilna, as you lie there, I can't help but feel that I simply can't believe you're real. Your beauty and goodness makes me so happy. ... I'm really bad at this." And then in different gorgeous cursive, you read, "You are good, my love," which is obviously a response. You found that the writing of "You are good, my love" is written by Zabilna. So somebody wrote the initial part of the poem. Obviously this Campestry saying it Isolde, and the Campestries are what took you to the Astral Sea in the first place.
the connection there, because I know that literally all of this is irrelevant to the word Isolde. But the connection is that these campestries are the thing that, if you put them in a circle, well, like, let me put these guys in a circle, for example. I put them in a circle. So they're gonna say, puts my hand to my ear.
They all stand in a circle. What order are you putting them in?
Let's see. Maybe we can make a word of this, guys. Oh, does no one want to jump in? Okay. Well, I don't think it's please Isolde, forgive me. I think it's please forgive me Isolde. I'll tell you for why. Because that rhymes better. It's like got more of a rhythm. Like, please forgive me Isolde.
And as you say that as the example, like when you put them in this position, their little sort of like roots sort of kind of dig into the ground, even though it's stone, like just magically, and they start to like lean from side to side, and with their rhythm of their usual like please, it leaves enough gaps to have like please forgive me Isolde, and it just repeats and repeats. Please forgive me Isolde, and as it does, a swirling sort of mass appears on the ground in a very small, like a little snail shell in the centre, and that widens out, like sort of bringing all of the stones with it, like in a swirling whirlpool, right in front of you.
Well, I mean, I guess. Well, this will take us to Isolde, so...
Wait, what? I mean, what is that? It says Skek.
Oh, well, like, it's kind of hard to explain. But basically, if you get loads of campestries, if you get a bunch of campestries, they'll all start to sing a thing, and then if you stand in the middle and you say 3 spins, witter shins, and off we go, then it
literally Archie disappears in front of all of your very eyes.
I had to do it.
You had to do it.
Oh, you had to.
You had to. She's gone. Skek's like, what? Carpacle's like, where's she? Where's Archie?
It's only like a portal.
It's like the other one that where they went in with Aerith.
Yeah.
Well,
probably.
That means they're going to come out soon, right?
Yeah,
Who knows what'll happen with the timing of everything, though. I feel like we should follow them in, like, now.
Well, all of us?
I don't quite know where it's going to go, but if it is going to Isolde, then it means that maybe we're going home.
Sounds good to me.
Well, without any more fussing, I don't want time to skip. 3 spins, witter shins, and here we go.
Oof. Flopsy disappears. I guess we're doing this then, aren't we? I thought we might like sit down and have some ham or something first, but okay.
Here, you can eat and walk. And get the stuff out the bag. And then Holland picks up Felix, puts Felix piggyback, picks up like a claw baby hold. The Skek sits on his shoulder.
Hey!
And he guides Oogle into the circle. And then he goes, oh fuck, what was it?
Octavia's gonna jump straight in on that as well. Gleam and Glisser. Glisser's like, you are absolutely kidding me, I'm not gonna do that, I'm not doing it. Gleam's like, well, if you want to stay with us, you best come with. And Holland, you do the
3 spins, widow shins, and off we go.
Bloop, 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 bloop,
Or any
bloop.
variation of that. I think I keep switching between here and off.
Whee!
And my goodness me, well, I'll tell you. You are hurtling through time and space. And everything around you is absolutely black dark. Like, even if you could see in the dark, no matter what, it's just dark, dusty, stinking, horrible. Absolutely filled with just dread and like disgust. These horrible feelings just like swirl around your head. It's like you get an immediate headache. You can smell almost like sulfur hitting you, like sort of something like a long dead bonfire's embers are still sort of like crisping away somewhere. Like, Felix, it smells similar to like the abyss, but not as hellish. It's just more like stagnant, mouldy, like sort of like a musty old attic that's been on fire.
Like Dodgy smells them.
Like what?
Like the way Dodgy smells them.
Yeah, kind of like the way Dodgy smells. Yeah, you're all fucking smaller than you should be. Oh no, wait. Yeah. But
Jeez, guys.
it was Archie who sort of got in first. I'm gonna put the campestries as when you do sort of. Just give me a second here. I'm just gonna get this right. Let's put those there. Holland, Clapperclaw. Okay. Archie, you are the first to just hurtle out of this campestry circle. I'm just going to put those who aren't there yet over here. Yeah, you're the first to hurtle out of this, and it's with absolutely zero grace whatsoever. You just get slammed face down onto a very like thick, wet, clay-like surface, filled with like mouldy puddles, like you know, like those skittery insects that like jump across puddles and things like that are all there. Face first into this fucking slimy shit, and you look up. And as you do, the lights of this carnival sort of highlight your face. And
Jeez, I really need to remember to stop standing in the circle when I explain it.
as soon as
like carnival.
As soon as you're about to pick yourself up, Flopsy just comes and like fucking full body slams onto the back of you.
Ah.
Yeah, by gum by heck, that was at least a bit of a soft landing.
You can say that
sorry,
again.
Archie.
Well,
So-
you can stand up now.
Sorry, it was a bit comfortable. So this is what home looks like now.
It sure has changed.
Before the entrance is quite a ways away from you. Like, you can't see anything because there are these like sort of fogs like surrounded, so you can't really see much other than the sort of like sickly glows of like firelight. It doesn't seem to have like there's no magical light in here. It feels as though it's all lit by fire. So it looks like you know in fucking Harry Potter where it's like the whole fucking like Quidditch tournament tents are on fire. It has that sort of glow about it, that sort of weird sepia tone, dark atmosphere, smoky glow to it. The only thing you can see on this path that you are currently standing on, which by the way, on both sides, feels like it drops down into like a sort of deep, like soggy, sort of like gross atmosphere underneath you. With every footstep you make, it's just slop of clay-like mud. You just see ahead of you a shambly, horrible, rotting-looking tent. It's like tilted on its edge, very German expressionism. literally, like, it's almost a parody of a carnival ticket booth with its red and yellow stripes vertical, and then its top comes to a point with a little flag at the top. The little flag, like, sort of extends out long enough to have scrawled on it in black, "The Carnival." And the flaps of the tent sort of, like, blow in the breeze. You can't see what's quite in there.
I think they must have renamed it after Mr. Witch and Mr. Light left.
Holland comes tumbling out, followed by literally everyone else. Dush, dush.
I don't know if this is the carnival, Archie. This doesn't taste right. I don't know how else to explain it.
Well, it must be. I mean,
Well, where's my carousel?
we can't see anything past these thick mists. Nothing
That's a
more
good
than
point.
ticket booth.
Mm.
So you know what? Yeah, let's go find your carousel, because I could really do with a bit of horse riding right now. Shall
They're
we,
unicorns, but yeah.
well, even better. I'll knock on the ticket booth.
Let me just look at something here. Excuse me. Yeah, there seems to not be much of a response for quite a while. And as you peer in, you just see what looks to just be like a set of like heavy, thick boots in the like gap where the counter would be. But like boots that are attached to legs further in the darkness, and sort of cast in shadow, you see a very grumpy looking tiefling sort of like leaning back in her chair. She has like sort of dark purple skin. Her horns are very like twisted in a very upwards motion, sort of like Maleficent's. Her head's sort of like tilting to one side as if she's been like nodding off this whole time. But at your presence, she hardly stirs. She just says, "What?"
We'd like some tickets, please.
She like leans forward, looks over the counter at you. She like puts her big heavy like elbows onto the counter. You can see that she's got like tattoos everywhere. Quite thick arms too. Like she looks quite burly. Not like burly though. She like looks out. Her eyes are like a really piercing lilac colour. She like peers out at the group. How many?
Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Do you have to pay for children?
Please speak up because you're really quiet.
Do you have to pay for children?
You have to pay for everyone.
Do you have to pay for pets?
You have to pay for every living soul that comes through here.
Every living soul, okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11? I say, I'm sort of looking at Dojima, unsure.
Perfect.
Yeah, let's say 11.
And that will be 5,500 gold.
Yeah, that's... What?
She just looks at her nails. And looks back at you. And take it or leave it.
500... How much gold did you say?
5,500. 11.
Why do you need that much gold?
She stares
Can I
at you.
ask why you need any gold? The carnival that I know has never taken any before.
She peers out of the booth towards you. And what carnival do you know? I've not seen you here before.
I don't think I've ever seen here before.
This must
And
be
if it is the same, then I don't know if I'd want to go inside. Have you heard of Mr. Witch and Mr. Light?
Of course I have. They're the bosses after all. She just hardly stares at you, like, what the fuck do you want? 5,500.
We're friends of the owners. If you bring them to the ticket booth, I'm sure we could get all of this money stuff worked out.
Mm-hmm. Do you think I'm stupid? I've not heard that one before.
How many people come to you with the exact name of your owners?
She thinks about it, and she chooses not to answer.
How many people come here, like, at all?
She laughs at you. We could make other arrangements.
Yeah, I'm not giving away the color in my eyes, or like my soul.
She smiles sarcastically at you, and she says, "Do I look like a hag?"
No, you don't.
Well, what do you suggest? I'm not very entertained by you, so far.
Well, I suppose... Oh, I know something that you'll really like. I pull out a bag. Like, it's quite a hefty bag. And it's... I open it up, sort of spill it onto the counter. It's full of loose buttons of various shapes, colours, and materials.
She looks at him and she's just like... And?
And... Oh. Have you seen how many buttons there are there? The colours?
I'm beginning to feel like you're wasting my time. I'm very busy.
Alright, okay. Alright, I pull out a, like, small pouch full of feathers from various birds.
I'm going to give you to the count of 3 to take your shit off my counter. This is not payment.
Are you kidding me?
Are you kidding me?
How is this not payment? Like, this is... like... the things you could get with this stuff, you know?
She just shrugs, like, what is she supposed to do with this shit? Like, she literally looks bored of you already, and she can't wait for you to fuck off.
How high is this fence?
This sort of fence that runs around it is like... I'd say about like 30 feet high. It doesn't seem to be very thick at all. It's like, you know, like those where it's like metal poles in the ground and then like a sort of, not chicken wire, but like a bit stronger than that, like metal fence around it.
Goodness. Well, I pick up my feathers and buttons. Guys, I don't know. I simply don't know what else this woman could want. I've shown her the buttons, I've shown her the feathers. I mean, maybe... Oh, maybe these... The tips of these gloves.
She, like, just pulls like a fucking, like, rolling shutter down. Like, not an actual metal shutter, but like a, you know, like a projector screen. And just like... puts it down. You feel like you hear a chair like sort of creak back as she leans back in a chair.
Well, we used the Campestry to get here. I don't really think there's any other way back, so we have to get in here. And we have to see Mr. Witch and Mr. Light.
The compestries are still here, I think. But I do think that... Well, I mean...
Did we take the Campestries with us, just to clarify?
Just the way that works is that there is a circle.
Oh, okay.
So the circle remains, yeah. So you can get back whenever you want.
I didn't, yeah.
Yeah. You're not trapped.
Well,
I think we are just going to have to pay, aren't we?
But with like $1 billion, I don't even know what number, in gold?
Glister comes through and she's
exactly.
like, pay for getting into a shithole like this? Absolutely not. I'm not going in there. It's disgusting. It smells horrible and I'm sick of it.
Alright,
We're just going to have to, aren't we? There's no other way, so we'll have to give away our hard-earned gold and get in here. Flopsy's going to flick the roller shutter up.
As you do, you see that she's reading a very macabre book of, like, poetry. It's, like, very Edgar Allan Poe looking on its cover. And she, like, nonchalantly flicks the book down and looks over at you with the dark eyes, and she's like, yep.
Have the payment for us to get in. To everyone else, Flopsy is holding up both hands with nothing in them.
Mm-hmm.
But hopefully, to her and her alone, she sees a bag of gold coins.
Let's see. Is that a wisdom save? Intelligence save.
Intelligence save. I will also use cutting words on this to remove a d8.
Okay. And what cutting words are you using?
I will jiggle. I'll jiggle the bag, and she will, if failing the save, hear the jingling coins inside. There's no need to count it. You can see that it's quite more than you required.
Let me just tell you this. You need to roll more than a 5.
I did it the wrong way around. Oh, the pressure. 6.
She lowers a book and puts it on a little table next to her, leans forward. She, you sort of like put it all on the counter or whatever. She takes a glance at it. She smirks. And, she just nods her head towards the entrance. Go on then. She doesn't even count it. She literally just leans back, puts her feet up. The coins stay on the desk. And she freely lets you walk through.
You.
And as you do, you hear her whisper, "Fucking idiot."
I don't think I really understand how your economy works, Flopsy.
And you go in. And everyone else follows as well, because...
I'm holding Octavia's hand.
Oh yeah, Octavia's like, this place is weird. I've never seen anything like this.
I mean, I think I came here once when I was a kid. Maybe. But it was like light, like Witchlight. And that's why they called it the Witchlight Carnival. But I guess now that Witch and Light aren't here, it's just the carnival. Maybe it should be called the Isolde Carnival.
They said that Mr. Witch and Mr. Light were the people who run this carnival, though.
That's true.
And if they don't run our carnival anymore...
Skek's flying around and is like, yeah, this is not the Witchlight Carnival. Like, at all. This looks similar to where the hags kicked them out.
Maybe we've gone to, like, the evil carnival.
I mean, they did have one.
Well, let's have a look around anyway. Because, I mean, maybe it's, like, actually quite nice. If you know, like scary things.
You hear, as you sort of like walk into the carnival proper, you met with like a sort of multitude of like sensory overload. Number one being this absolutely terrible sounding organ that seems to be like playing these discordant tunes. Just every now and then, just like one of the notes is just extra harsh and just horrid. You see that there are actually people wandering around here. Majority of them, though, seem to be quite like unfavourable sorts. Like those that are sort of here looking as though they've got business. They're walking around in like sort of like old dusty Victorian-esque looking suits and shit, with like over the top like cravats and top hats and all that kind of thing, like, long sort of pale noses and like evil looking glaring faces, all very dusty skin, sort of some you could tell have the same complexion as like Mr. Witch and Mr. Light. These guys sort of like milling about, especially over at this area which seems to be some sort of market where shady sort of dealing seems to be going on. The horrid sound is of the organ is coming from this organ grinder, where you see like there are just a bunch of like rats like running around the entire organ when you look at it, and it's almost like every now and then the big note that gets played is like a fat rat just landing on one of the keys, or like 2 or 3 keys at once, all close together. And you also see there's a building here which looks quite sort of derelict. A distant hissing over here, but from this much smaller than the Witchlight Carnival's big top, so it's a medium top really. You can hear the sort of like ooh, ah sounds coming from in there, and there's no need to like try and decipher what kind of vibe this is all. You feel as though that those witnessing whatever's happening in there are just like playing along with, that's the sort of sound you're supposed to make at a show. But from within, you hear a very clear voice saying, well, come on everyone, this worked before, it can work again, it's alright, it's fine, we can do this. I'll try once more, because, well, no one has seen anything as delightful as me! And you hear, yay, wow, woohoo. And he's like, oh, come on, please, just... I can juggle, that's something that I can do. And as you make your way to the big top, you peep into there. You see a single spotlight shining down on a very, very sad looking and a very despondent, sad clown version of Mr. Light in the centre of the ring, surrounded by these, you know, like hobbledy looking people, like all tall, fat, skinny, thin, like long, short, all like, some of them have got big pig noses, wide ears, like all just sat around like these horrid looking people, these horrid little kids, all these gross, horrible people. And he's in the middle there, holding his witchlight vein, which is dull. It no longer sheds any light, it no longer flickers around in a circle. He's holding it, and he's trying his best to put on some sort of performance. And the entire crowd loves misery, and therefore won't respond to anything that he tries to do. But they think that... there's some of them in the audience that get the idea that they think they're seeing a very sad show. A very sad show of a sad old has-been, and they're smiling along to that gleefully in like an evil, horrid way. And you see him flailing. You see him struggling. You see him drop down on his knees. He drops the weather vane onto the dusty floor, puts his hands in his face in his hands and cries. And from the dark behind him, Mr. Witch comes out onto the ring. He like looks up into the eaves. You see like a little goblin just like fling a light in the opposite direction so it goes completely dark. And he says, well, time's up to him. And that is where we're going to leave
Oh, bloody
the session.
Oh, bless him.
He's gonna
Bless
kill.
him.
Light.
He's what?
He's gonna kill Mr. Light. Time's up.
Time's up, Mr. Light.
Oh my god. He shoots him.
Aw, Mr. Light and Mr. Witch.
Just think of the rabbits, Mr. Light. Bam.
Whoa, Ermius.
Well,
That's it.
that's it.
Uh,
Time's up.
Run.
He's got like a divorce thing in his hand.
Oh, bless.
Divorce paper. He has like a divorce envelope, but when he opens
Yeah.
it, there's just a gun inside. He pulls it out.
Aw.
And then he shoots Mr. Light, but the gun's got glitter in it. Glitter
Aw.
goes everywhere.
Oh, it's the joy gun.
Hey.
Yeah! And then Mr. Light, because he's so happy, the weather vane goes to the top and goes boo 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 boo. And then everyone's like, whoa, look at that. And they get a bit of serotonin out of it. And they realise just how good happiness is. And they're like, oh, wow, let's turn this into the funnest carnival in the world. And so then it becomes basically the new Witchlight Carnival, and all the dreams and hopes come true.
Shame you left the joy gun at the at Motherhorn though, innit? Like,
Mm.
with Agden.
Oh,
The joy gun, I'll have you know.
Lee.
maybe there are
That's
other ways to make people happy.
Maybe. Maybe. Who knows? But hey, you're at the carnival. What the heck? Who'd have thunk it, eh? Going straight from Motherhorn to the carnival. Wowzers. Right, well. Thanks for watching, everybody. Thanks for the new follow.
Thanks for watching Now Wannabes. These videos are posted on YouTube. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe for more
Hey.
content just like this. We stream every Monday, although sometimes that Monday is on a Thursday, or a Wednesday. You never know when it's the day, but it's always a Monday.
The Easter egg.
I'll tell you what the Easter egg is.
Dirty Mo.
Dirty Mo.
Dodgy Mo.
Dirty Mo.
Dodgy Who the hell is... I'll tell you what, right? Dodgy Mo is the Merielle of the carnival.
Oh, yeah.
He sees you sleeping and he knows that you're awake.
Put that
Watch
picture. Put that picture, Hallie. Put that picture in fan art where we can all see it.
He's so evil looking.
That everyone can see.
Yeah,
Dodgy Mo.
everyone can see Dodgy Mo. If you put it in fan art. Yeah, Kid, have a look at fan art in a minute when this fucking chicken comes in.
Literally.
Honest to God.
Kid, you're gonna have that. Final
Wait, what the
narrative
hell
block
is that?
filled in.
What the hell have I just posted a screenshot of a message for?
Don't check it yet, kid.
Don't check it yet, kid. Anyway, I'm gonna call it there.
Oh yeah,
Cut off.
why are we still
Yeah.
streaming?
Okay, right. See you later,
Wow.
everybody.
See ya.
Bye,
Bye.
everyone.
See ya. Bye.